Hello, my digital friends. Welcome to another episode of Space Peregrination and the progress that's slowly chugging along like that little engine that could almost get up that hill. Okay, so let's have a look at what I've been slowly working on. Done a little bit and haven't really had that much time going on there, but I've added a few little random things here and there that I kind of have an idea of what I'm going to do, but I'm not really 100% yet. So one of the first things is I've started to add little little pop-up contexty windows that I'm going to try and work on, like just to so when you go next to the console, it pulls all this information from the definition files. So obviously here we've got a console for controlling the ship, and got the resource CPU that I'm kind of working with. Each console has a certain amount of CPU, and each machine in the ship that you link to the console is going to require a certain amount of CPU. So there's going to be some kind of progression system, and I'm thinking so like for a small ship here we've got just a control console, so you can just fly that by yourself, everything's all good, so you can like link enough things to get this ship moving. But as you get to a larger vessel that's going to have many different systems all linked together, you're going to have the captain's chair, which is where your character is going to go. And then that captain's chair is going to be linked to other consoles where the NPC crew is going to be. And those guys they're essentially going to be your arms and legs on the ship. As long as someone's at the console, you'll be able to control the ship as if it's like just a single vessel. So it'll kind of work the same, but if the person's gone, if the ship gets hit and they get thrown off the panel, like in a good episode of Star Trek, then you're going to lose that. You're not going to be able to fly the ship if nobody's at the helm. I think that's what it's called. So if nobody's at the helm, you're not going to be able to fly the ship, obviously. And I'm thinking of say for the crew skills, so depending on what's connected to a console will depend on what skills that NPC crew member is going to improve on, and as well as your character itself. Your character can improve the same skills and some specific captaining skills. So you could say your helmsman gets, he gets thrown into a wall and he hits his head and he can't get up again. So you could get out of your captain's chair, hop over into the helm and fly the ship away. You could hop in the weapons and you could do the shooting. Depending on your skill level, you'll be able to do the shooties. So that was a bit more explanation than what I've actually got. I don't have anything like that right now, but I do have little poppy up boxy thingies that I will hopefully pretty up at some point, and pretty it up, make it a better size, because it's probably going to look really ridiculous if I full size this. And right now, because I'm using I'm kind of using a hacked together entity component system kind of setup, so I can just change the definition files and add this kind of information panel to this little generator here, or down here to these engines. But right now it's just the console, and yeah, I'm thinking maybe I'll put a little line here, maybe like a little, just a straight line to point to say this is this thing, just in case. Let me know if you think that's a good idea, but I'm thinking that's a pretty good idea. Just got to figure out how to get that working. I've also added a little I guess a information scrolly panel doodaddy thingy here. Oh, that turned off a little earlier than I thought. So it's got these right now that's kind of silly. No point to that. I was just using that to if I hop on and off, on and off, on and off, and I also accidentally tried to move. So it shows you messages, and there's that message I was looking for. No thrusters linked. So yeah, that's just a little information boxy panel. I'm not sure how to keep that. I don't know if we want the scrolling or if I want to do I don't know. I see lots of games have a little pop-up message window kind of thing down here or something like that. For now, the scrolly panel's cool. If I don't end up using it the way it is now, I could probably use it somewhere else. But it might be pretty cool if you're like flying the ship and then you get, say the ship gets shot somewhere. You have a little pop-up here like under fire or something like that. Or if, say, let's say there's a fire that starts somewhere, I don't know, somewhere on the ship, and you don't see it because you're focusing on your dude up in the bridge area, and there's some fire going on somewhere else, so it might pop up here saying, oh, there's a fire down in the yada yada room or something. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So to get, let's see, all right, so right now I can't drive this thing because I don't have any thrusters linked. So if we hop over into into the ship builder thingamabob, I've added a little I finally added a way to link machines to the consoles. So right now at the moment I've got a link mode, and right now it's just highlighting. Yeah, I really think I should put a little drawing line here just so you know exactly which one's the console, but eventually once I actually have art, the console will be easier to see. But it'll have a little box over all the consoles, wherever they are, whatever their name is, how much CPU they have. Right here, these are the coordinates on the ship grid. But anyway, when you're in this link mode, so you can like click one of these engines, you got a little drawing line, little spline. I learned that's what this is called. And yeah, you can link up the engines, and let's link up the generator power mobobby that doesn't do anything. So I can link all these up, and yeah, so now we've got now these machines are actually linked to the console. So if I hit save and come back into here, if I hop on, and see here the pop-up, now I've got 3 of 10 of the CPUs being used, so I can hop in and now I can drive again. Hey-yo! So yeah, that's in the wrong. Why is that down there? That's not the right spot. Oh, okay, yep, okay. Yeah, I think I know why they did that. Anyway, we'll have to fix that. And oh, look, it's in a different spot every time you move. It must, yeah. So that's obviously not getting the coordinates quite right. But yeah, that's what I've been working on this past couple of weeks. Hoping to add a bit more, let's say, more information to the machines. Maybe improving the linky thing, and I'm hoping to add some weapons, and then maybe start looking at the crew coming up. I'm not really too sure how I'm going to work the NPC crew, but that should be a lot of fun. I'm kind of planning on this not to be too heavy on the management side of the ship, because I do want this game to have fairly good story. So I don't want to focus too much on the micromanagement of the ship, trying to, I don't know, look after everyone's food and sleep and happiness and, you know, recreation and all that kind of junk. I do want a pretty good damage model for the characters. I really like a detailed damage model that, say, like Dwarf Fortress or Rimworld has got. Really love that, but I'm thinking a little bit less on what the NPCs actually need. But I'm definitely thinking stress is going to be one of them, because you can imagine flying a big starship. Obviously not this one, it's quite small, but a big starship. You zoom around in space, it might be quite stressful. There could be aliens, there could be, what are those things? Greebles, Froibles. What was that Star Trek episode where they had those fuzzy things that took over the ship? I can't remember, but they were adorable. Yeah, could have something like that happen on the ship. It's going to make people stressed. When they're stressed, they're not going to be as good at their job, so they need to take some kind of break. They need to get away from working, so they can get their stress down. If they get too stressed, maybe they'll make mistakes. Maybe maybe they won't fly where you want them to fly. Maybe all sorts of possibilities. But yeah, that's about it for this. If you have any questions, comments, thoughts, feelings, urges, let me know in the comments down below, and I will see if I can satisfy them. Until next time, bye.